Hey everyone, my name is Will. I've been living in Greece for the last 10 years, and today I'm going to teach you how to buy a car in Greece if that's what you're trying to do right now. I just bought my second car here, and once again, it was a tedious and annoying process, not because the process itself is annoying, but because when you're doing something new for the first time in a new country, you want to make sure that you're doing everything correct and not having to do things again and again or doing things the wrong way or wasting your time. So if you're in the market to buy a car in Greece and you want to know the exact steps, I just bought a car, so it's fresh in my mind. I'm going to walk you through that in this video. I do want to mention that I'm making this video and in general these videos on YouTube and on Instagram because it was really hard to move to a new place, new country where you don't know the language or the way that things get done here. So I figured why not share so that people like you don't have to go through the same mistakes that I made. So the very first step when it comes to buying a car in Greece is first you have to find the car. So let's hop on the computer and do that together. Hey there. So when buying a car, there's many different places you can go to. You can go to Facebook Marketplace. There's various car dealership websites. But the way I've done it is I just go to cars.gr. Now, most likely, for some reason, sometimes it doesn't let you get on here. And right now it did, which is pretty nice. But typically, if you can't log into cars.gr, just go to Google and type in cars.gr and then click the first link and it should open up. So if you're having a hard time opening up things, then that's a trick to do it. So first thing you want to do is you want to find the car that you want to buy. And it's really important that you nail this down. What car, what color, what interior features, what exterior features, what year, what model, because it makes the process so much easier when you've decided what you want and you're only finding that. Because for me, I would go visit and see a car and then have second thoughts because maybe I want the newer model. So you don't want to deal with that. You want to make a firm decision what your car is going to be. So for me, I bought a Dacia Duster. So we're going to type in Dacia Duster and then click search. Then over here, there's going to be filters. So just make sure that you're looking for cars that are for sale. The brand is Dacia. The model is Duster. How will you be paying? I just put cash, but maybe you're one of these people. Choose your price range, the year of the car, the category of the car, the kilometers, what kind of gas do you want to take, gas or petrol or electric, whatever. Choose the location where you want to pick up the car. You can also target by cubic meters. So this is really important. Basically, if your car is... So my car that I got is 1.2 cc, which means I have to pay like $150 per year. So anything higher than that means the price gets higher. So I can make a separate video about the KVK is what they call it. Then you can scroll down further. And I usually skip most of these, but if you want to fill in color, do that. And then once you have found the car that you want, for example, let's just say I bought this. I found the car I want. It's the year that I want. It's, two-wheel drive, which is fine, I guess. It's 1.5 cc, so maybe the cost will be 180 or 200. Again, I'll have to make a separate video on that. Hey guys, so instead of making a separate video, I thought I would just share with you this chart that I made. What I did is I Googled this information. Then it wasn't really in a format that I liked, so I formatted it myself. So one of my cars, the Subaru, it has like 1.3 KVK, and I pay $135. And it was registered after 2007. So for cars registered after 2007, this is the information. These are the actual numbers. So if your car is 1.2, then you'll pay this per year. If it's 1.4 or 1.4 to 1.6, you pay this. If it's 1.6 to 1.2, you pay this. If it's 200 to 2.4, you pay this, and so on. So feel free to take a screenshot of this screen, as this is the current cost of cars that are made after 2007. So cubic capacity or KVK αυτοκινήτων. Like if you're buying like a Jeep Grand Cherokee, you're looking at a KVK of 4.0 or more. So just know this language because you're going to eventually hear it. Has this much kilometers. Make sure that you look at the add details and also the I can't say this word, peculiarities. Peculiar. I can't speak English or Greek. Jesus Christ. Anyways, check out all this stuff. And a description down below. They add really important information. If you don't read it, they'll get mad. So just read the information. And then right here, it says who's selling the car. It's either private from an idioti, a private individual like myself, or a company. It will say that. I have the best luck. The cars that I've purchased, they both were from private owners. And I recommend that route. And the instructions in today's video is all going to be related to buying it from a private instructor. Private individual, not instructor. If you want to buy a car from a dealer, that's going to require a different video. And I did make a video last year breaking it down, but this is an update. So once you have found the car that you want, the next step is to check it out by a mechanic. So you could click right here, send the expert to check it for you. You can send a technical inspector to check out the car. I personally did this, and while I did find it valuable, I don't recommend it. What I found valuable in it is that they send me a report of all of the cars, what it needs versus what's fine with it. And I bought the most expensive one, which was like $100 one time for someone to go check out the car. But I don't recommend that. What I recommend is and if this is hard for you, then make it a priority because it's going to save your life. Befriend or find someone who's a friend of a friend, who's a mechanic, who you can bring the car to. So that's the hard part, but it's going to save you a lot of headache and going to give you peace of mind if you bring the car to a mechanic who you know personally, who you trust, or someone that knows or trusts. And you have to bring the car to the mechanic. So what I did is I called the guy and I say, hey, I'm interested in the car. Can you meet me on this day at this time at this place? And we met at the car mechanic's place, one of our family friends. So that's all we need to do here. I'm going to see you guys back on the other camera. So once the mechanic has looked at the car, you're going to ask him, what does it need? And for example, my car needs brand new back tires or front tires. 2 tires need replacing. The clutch is really stiff, so that needs replacing, and a few other things. So I asked him, okay, how much does it cost to get all that fixed? He said, for example, $1,000. So I took the asking price and I said, I'll match your asking price. Can you give me a better price to pay for the services that it needs, which is minus $1,000, plus it took me a lot of effort to make it here today. I can leave today with the car if you trim off 200 more. That was my negotiation strategy. It worked. He said yes right away. And the next part is, okay, we agreed on price. We agreed that I want to buy the car. Next step is to go to KEP and buy the car. Now, KEP stands for Kέντρο Εξυπηρέτησης Πολιτών, which really just means Citizens Service Center. It's an office that you go to for specific things. In this case, when you're changing the ownership of a vehicle, you go to this office. So every single town has a KEP office. So just find the one closest to both you guys, and you'll both meet there to transfer over the ownership. Now, I forgot to mention, you will need to have your passport with you or a Greek ID if you're a Greek citizen, and you need to have your AFM, which stands for Αριθμού Φορολογικού Μητρώου, which for you English speakers is just your tax number. So you need an AFM or AFM to get a car as well as your passport. So bring that. Don't make the mistake like I did and forget it, because then you have to go home and go back. It's a mess. So you need those things. And I do have to remind you that for the KEP office to do their job, there is a fee of €135, so expect that. So once you've paid that fee, and once everyone has signed the papers and transferred the ownership, which literally took us 10 minutes tops. In 10 minutes, I owned a car. And I didn't pay for it yet, which leads us to the next step. So at KEP, I asked the guy, hey, before we leave the office, I'm going to pay you. He said, yep, sounds good. So at KEP, or wherever you'd like, but ideally before you walk away with someone else's car, transfer the money over to the seller. What I did is I used the Wise app, and I sent him the money all at once in one transaction. The fees were super low, and he received the money 3 days after sending it. And I took down his bank information. He typed it into my phone. He watched me pay him through the app. And I said the money's going to arrive in 3 days. He saw it in the app. He said, A-okay. 3 days later, he got paid. He called me that he got it, and we're all squared away. So make sure you have the money available in Wise or in your bank account so that the transfer is smooth. And after that, congrats, you've bought your new car. Just prepare to get insurance. Once the insurance expires, get your new insurance. Ask the seller about that. And then make sure that you prepare to pay the road tax. And the road tax has to do with how big your engine is. So this engine is 1.5 cc. So every year you'll have to pay depending on how big that is. So just keep that in mind. And that's it. Guys, that's how you buy a car in Greece from an individual owner. If you found this valuable, please let me know in the comments. If you want to see a specific video from me, I've been living in Greece for 10 years, so there's probably a lot I could teach you. Let me know what you want that to be, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.